Hey everyone, welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. And in today's video, I'm going to go over my favorite top 5 guns here in Red Dead Online and why I actually use and prefer to use the ones I'm going to go over in today's list, and why I believe that you guys should actually go ahead and start using them as soon as possible, as long as you can afford them. We're going to go over the price, we're going to go over some other things about them and why I choose them, maybe some over other things in certain situations. But if you guys don't agree with the list that I have here in today's video, make sure that you guys go ahead and leave a constructive comment down below. And especially if you guys are leaving a thumbs down on this video, you need to tell me why and what your top 5 weapons would be. We're going to start off and kind of go over why I actually like them. The first one on our list is actually going to be the Carcano rifle here. Now, I actually probably haven't maintained these in a while, but they probably, condition's pretty good. Now, I'm starting this one actually at number 5 because I do use this one more often than I ever had used to. But if you guys are really big into any type of PvP, this is a great weapon and a great choice to go ahead and do that with. Now, before we get any further and into any of the other weapons, I really am not a PvP player anymore. I started out playing a lot of PvP, but as the game had grew, I didn't really prefer to play PvP, so I'm not really using any of these weapons for PvP. But the Carcano rifle is really good if you can get the hang of sniping. This thing is really good for a lot of other like daily challenges. Like if you need to snipe a bird, that's a great weapon. You can also use some other weapons as well, but this is my go-to for bigger animals or animals that are just further away and you're trying to get a nice clean shot with them. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the actual price of this weapon is here in the catalog here real quick. And it is a little bit higher than some of the other weapons. It does come in at $456. So you can see at the bottom what kind of damage, the range, the fire rate, the reload, and the accuracy. In my opinion, it's better than the rolling block, even though the rolling block is slightly cheaper. For that extra $40 or so, it does, in my opinion, make a big difference. Now, the only thing that it does lack in is the damage, but if you're really good at sniping, getting a headshot will pretty much kill your targets. Now, moving on to number 4 is going to be the Varmint rifle. This was one of the first weapons that I purchased here in Red Dead Online. It has come in use. It's been useful so many times I can't even count. It was one of the best PvP weapons to begin with. It still actually is okay. They have nerfed it, but it still is actually pretty decent for the price that you're going to be buying this for, especially if you're just starting out. It's a great weapon to get involved in some of the PvP matches with. One-shot headshot kills, pretty easy. It's got a decent amount of ammo that's in the chamber, ready to go and ready to use at any time. If you guys like to do anything with the naturalist roll, then you need to have the Varmint rifle anyway to be able to sedate any of the animals that you're going to be not killing. And there's a lot of other things if you're going after small or even medium animals to hunt for either your trading roll or whatever it might be, or just trying to make a little bit of profit by selling it to the butcher. Those are all things that you need to have this Varmint rifle for. It's very much a necessity weapon. And you can see for $72, it is definitely worth the price. The damage obviously is a little bit low on it, but like I said, 14 rounds of ammo in there right away. The range is really good. You can also add a scope to the weapon if you want to do a little bit more. The fire rate is extremely fast. The reload is extremely quick, and the accuracy is very high, especially compared to a lot of the other weapons that are even here on this list, but also in the catalog that might be available to you guys to purchase. Now, the next on my list for number 3 is going to be the Lumet revolvers. I prefer to use dual revolvers at any point in time. So if you guys are going to be using a lot of just the smaller weapons that you can dual wield, I definitely recommend that you dual wield with them, or at least with another weapon of its kind. I do prefer the Lumet revolvers over the Navy revolvers, because honestly, they have more ammo in there. You get a shotgun shell in there. They reload a little bit faster, and I'll be able to show you that, guys, that in the catalog here in just a moment. But they are great in PvP, especially if you put them along some of the ability cards. Now, you can see here in the catalog, the price difference is a little bit more with the Lumet revolvers. I was mentioning that you can actually have a more capacity in the Lumet versus the Navy. The Navy can only hold 6 ammo, or the Lumet can actually hold 9, plus a shotgun, so that nice little extra oomph, especially if in PvP. If you don't necessarily always carry a shotgun round, you can at least have that for the close counters. But the damage is about the same, the range is the same, the fire rate is a little bit slower than the Navy revolver. So if you want something a little bit quicker, Navy revolver. But if you want something drastically quicker, go with the semi-automatic pistols. They're just going to be a much better option for you guys, or the Mauser pistols. Number 2 on my list is going to be the bolt action rifle, and yes, I do prefer this over the Springfield. It reloads a little bit faster than the Springfield. If you're going to be doing PvP strictly, I would highly recommend the bolt action over the Springfield. The only time that the Springfield, in my opinion, that would ever come in handy is if you're trying to do a little bit longer of a shot, but you just get that one shot only with the Springfield, and you have to reload each and every single time. Or at least with the bolt action rifle, you get the 6 rounds, and hopefully you can take down a target very, very, very often when I am playing here in Red Dead Online. Now we have the bolt action rifle here for $216. Obviously the Springfield rifle is a little bit cheaper, but damage is going to be more with the Springfield rifle. So if you're specifically only going to be hunting large game animal for the trader rule, then the Springfield might be for you. But if you're looking for a better overall and more rounded weapon, bolt action is going to be better. Range is the same. You have a little bit better at the fire rate. Reload is a lot faster. So in PvP, that's going to make the big difference. And the accuracy is about the same. So very comparable. Number 1 on my list is going to be the Lancaster Repeater. I love this weapon. I use it all the time. I used to use it all the time in any of my PvP matches when I'm playing PvE. And even, I don't really hunt obviously with it, but this is what I'm using with bootlegger missions, getting hideouts, pretty much on the day-to-day basis here in Red Dead Online, doing pretty much whatever. I'm not a big hunter anymore just because the trader rule is definitely not my favorite. But when I'm into certain situations, this is my go-to weapon. It's usually between this and my pistols or my revolvers to get me out of a sticky situation. And a little bit longer range, I use the bolt-action rifle. Let's go and take a look at the catalog and see how much this is going to set you back. Lancaster will set you back $243 if it's not currently on sale. None of the weapons that we went over in today's video are on sale, so you don't have to or shouldn't have to really worry about that. At least I don't think they are. But damage is pretty good, range is pretty good, fire rate is good, reload, accuracy. This is all around probably my favorite and most commonly used weapon. Now, some people would probably say they like the Evans Repeater a little bit more. It does have a much better chamber, so it can hold up to 26 rounds, but in my opinion that's really the only thing that's different. The reload speed is going to be a little bit better with the Lancaster, but this is number 1 on my list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'd love to actually hear about what you guys think about it. Lancaster is not a good option for hunting, but neither are anything with like the pistols or the revolvers either, so this is not something that I would commonly used for that type of activity. So it really just kind of is a personal preference at that point. But again, if you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you guys don't agree with me, let me know in the comments down below as well. Hopefully this did help you guys out. Hopefully it saves you a little bit of time and energy, and hopefully you have enough money to purchase all the weapons that we went over in today's video. If you guys don't have enough money, make sure you guys are checking out some of my other videos on how to become rich quickly and make money fast here in Red Dead Online. Well, until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.